Hi there guys, welcome to my channel or to this video. Yes, as you can gather, I've created a map called Nevada, South Africa, or Nevada ZA. You can pronounce it Nevadaza if you want. I won't suggest that because it's quite a bit of a tongue twister. But anyways, thank you for tuning in. Just explain what I've done and what I'm struggling with, and where I am, and all the needed information will be coming along. Now this map is obviously based on the flat map that I've downloaded off modland.net, which was basically just a starter map with a piece of flat ground and a few things on it, which is already set up with all your basic things like cell points and just the basics. I mean, I had to add so much stuff to it, to make it work properly. But the flat map is a nice base map to just start off and have the basics, So yeah, without further ado, let's just go into the map. Now I've just opened the save game, but when you start the map, this is basically the view that greets you from here, and it's obviously nice and early morning. Now it's 12 o'clock already, so basically what I've done is I've grew up on this farm called Nevada, and I actually based the whole map around a section of the farm which I quite liked, where we lived. And I mean, I lived there for 31 years and it was really awesome and amazing. I was born in Nelspruit, and we grew up there, went to school there, lived and worked there, all from the farm, So yes, without further ado, let's start here. The house is here, and this area here is the farm itself. There's two dams on it, which was on the farm, the big dam and the small dam. The big dam was only built later on by my dad, and so that was added as additional water source, The small dam was always been there since I was a child, so I don't know, I think my parents built it, or our family built it, because it's a family farm. And to give you a bit of history, my dad and my uncle and my grandpa bought this farm way back in the 30s, somewhere there, the 1930s or whatever. And then this area is where my dad built a house for him. This area by the sheep is called my uncle's area. He had a house, he lived there, and that was his house on there. And then this area here is where my grandpa lived. He had a house up there. So anyways, and then what we have here is 15 fields, obviously. You'll see I've made field 8 and field 12 is not a rectangular shape. So those is maps for those guys that want to have a challenge to harvest and harvest manually and that kind of stuff. The other maps are easy to work with workers and with courseplay and follow me and all those things, so that you can manage easily by having workers in that. We have here next to the farm, we have the cow shed. The chicken, the pigs, and the horses are part of the actual farm area, and then the sheep is out there. I'll show you now why I did that. But let's just quickly speak on the fields itself. You'll see that this land here, if we go to land, this land here has got a water point, and then it's got 4 fields. So if you play the more difficult sections of the map, or the more difficult game modes, this is one of the areas you can buy for starters. You get 4 fields, you get water point, and you can actually plow this area as one field or extend it or whatever you want to do. So it's very flexible. And in this area here, it's nice and flat, so where you can build your house and maybe put up some sheds and storages or whatever you want to do. So it's a very nice area to start off on the more difficult levels. The other area to do with the more difficult areas is this one here. It's my uncle's area. I call it Uncle's place. And obviously, when you start on the difficult modes, the sheep farms won't be there, so it will just be a piece of land. You'll see the value is 560, and normally I think you get 1.2 million on the center one, and I think it's 500,000 on the next one. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure on the next one, but I think I'm not too sure what you get money wise. on the most difficult level. All right, so yeah, you can easily start the map on and work your way from there to buy the proper huge big farm with all the necessities, you know, and the nice view and everything. Water points, I've put 1, 2, 3, there's one there, and then also one here. It's places where you can draw water. There is signage up there. So that's the only places where you can get water on the map, and it's all free water. Excuse me. The reason why I've done that is I just couldn't get the water table to work properly on the higher level. So I'm not too sure what I'm doing wrong, you know. The water table is working on the lower levels, but my gosh, the plains up here on the higher levels just, and even up here, if you put a little dam here or something, it just doesn't want to draw water. So I had to put the water actual pump up with a trip and a trigger and all that to actually give you a water, what do you call it, a water trigger, or what on the map it's called, a waterfall trigger. And there's another one there, a waterfall trigger, yeah, at the farm. Nice and convenient. I mean, every farm has got water, either in the form of a borehole or whatever, where you give all your animals water from, you know. And normally the water is free on a farm. You don't have to pay for it. It's not municipal. Surely on our farm we had, like, I think about 3 fountains, which was very, very strong, and that supplies all the households of water throughout the whole year, you know. And then we had a natural, the environment caused a natural creek to flow with water, which fed this big dam and made a little waterfall down the creek, and it went down into the valley. And also this side, well, my uncle's side, that was not perennial. It was just when it rains, there will be water in this ditch going down, and it all met up here in the bottom of the valley. So yeah, obviously I didn't want to do that because it will spoil the map, you know. Because we have got fields and stuff here. That's why you'll see that water just goes into a pipe, you know, just underground and goes away. All right, and then the other thing you'll notice, let me just finish off here on top. We've got the sell points up here. That's the northern mall. The shop is here. The reason why the shop is so far from the farm is because we live like 17 kilometers out of town. It gives you a sense of you have to go to town to buy your stuff, you know, and that's the whole idea of a farm, is you're not close to town. And also the reason why I've got one of the sell points is the supermarket out here, just to give you a bit of travel to your sell points, and that it's not just all around your base, you know. It makes it just more interesting and more realistic, you know, of what the farm life actually is about. Because this is a small farm. The actual farm we lived on was only 50 hectares. Yeah, so it wasn't like 1,000-hectare farm, which guys used to farm here in South Africa, you know, 1,000 to 10,000 hectares. That size is easily achievable here. It depends on where you farm, you know. 10,000 hectares will be more the Karoo areas where they've got huge areas of land, and 1,000 hectares more into your hilly countries like Nelspruit, and that 100 hectares, 200 hectares, even up to, like I say, 1,000 will be average sizes there, I think. Not really into the real estate, you know. Anyways, fuel you can get here at the garage. Here at the garage is also an ATM if you wanna get to the ATM. We've got the dairy there. It's another sell point. The barn here for your bales and everything. You can even sell silage here, which is very handy. Good tip for you if you start on the more difficult modes. If you take this area, for instance, and you just mow the grass and bale it into silage, you will immediately make, I think I've done that once. I made about almost 200,000 Rand profit just by one cut of the grass in this area and turning it to silage. So yeah, it's easy to get started up here in this area, and I suppose the same will go for this area. All right, and then you've got the lime station here where you can get lime, and then biogas there, and the spinnery down here, the sawmill up there, and then obviously here the supermarket. All right, so enough talking nonsense. Multi-fruit, obviously on the map, we've got some multi-fruit. You can see it here by the fruit tops. I've added all these, which is very nice. I must say the poppy, very, very nice red flower. So when you plant a field of that, it is beautiful, really beautiful. I mean, even the hops and the sorghum, very nice. The tobacco is nice, I must say. And kudos to the guy from the guy who made the map. What's that map? County Line. I've got all the icons on that there. Very, very handy to have. And yeah, kudos to that guy, the creator of County Line. Thanks, buddy. You did a good job. Without that, I mean, it just makes the game so much better to have actual visual icons than the natural game where you have to guess what it is, you know. So much easier to have a visual thing where you can see this is hay, straw, and grass, and whatever, you know. So anyways, your vehicles, you start off with a very, very nice big array of vehicles. We'll do a rundown now on the physical live map. 100,000 bank balance, 0 loans. I'm very generous when it comes to loans. I don't like loans, so I like to start you off with no loans. Okay, so good stuff. Owing nothing, you can do a good job. Create or start your farm, you know, and run for it. The tree here that I've used is from the Western Australia map. It's called an Acacia Tree. There is a lot of acacias in South Africa as well, but it's the closest tree that I could find without creating a tree, which I have got no clue how to do anyway. First of all, I'm not a guy that is in the blender. I'm used to the Mayas and the blenders and all those programs that do create things. But yeah, I used the acacia tree from the Western Australia map because it's the closest to the actual trees that you get in Nelspruit area. And you'll see I also used the oaks. Listen to the dove. And you can hear the quail in the back. It goes quay. That's why it's called a quail, a quay bird. I love Afrikaans. It's such a simple and self-explaining language, you know. The bird makes quay, and you call it a bird, so it's called a quay bird, you know. So simple and easy. Anyways, this is the map. We've got your silage pit here, or your clamp, or whatever you want to call it. Some root crop storage here, or whatever you want to put in here, bales or whatever. You can store in there. Once again, thanks to the guy from County Line. I think I got that off County Line. Even this shed comes from County Line. Here's your workshop. Very, very nice. You've got working lights, working doors. If you put that on, for the guys that like to fiddle and whatever, the doors goes open and close, you know, that kind of stuff. Here's your shop to sell and customize your vehicles, change tires or whatever, because it's a workshop. And then that little fan, I must say, I had to quiet that thing down because it was deafening, you know. Totally crazy. Alright, you'll see you start the map off with very nice amount of vehicles. I've put these bins in. These are actual bins. How it works on a normal farm, I don't know about you guys over in the UK, but on a farm, I mean, it's pointless traveling every time you need some fertilizer or some poison, what do you call this stuff again, herbicide or seed or whatever. You don't travel to the town every time because it costs money to travel around, you know. So yeah, how it works is you order your truckload of seed and fertilizer and things, and the co-op, or the place where you buy from in South Africa, it's called a co-op because it's a cooperation between a bunch of people that come together and they form a co-op, and then they supply to the farmer's need, you know, whatever he needs. So they come with their truck and they fill the little hopper or the little bin or the silo, what you want to call it, and yeah, there you have your fertilizer. So you pay for it every time you draw fertilizer from this thing, for instance, you pay for it. So that's basically how it works. It just makes life so much easier, you know, than to travel to town for a few bags of fertilizer or whatever. It's pointless, you know. Anyway, you start with this nice plow. I love this plow, 4 meters wide, very nice for smaller beginnings, you know. That's why I put this one. You'll see all the equipment is basically for small beginnings. So even the water trailer, as you grow and improve your farm, you will obviously sell these and get bigger ones or whatever as you need. Nice planter, or seeder rather, it's not a planter. I didn't start the game with a planter because, yeah, I just want to get the basics going. Very nice fertilizer spreader or lime spreader, whatever. I think this is a 9RT, or what is this? 8RT. Yeah, it's the 8 series. It's a 8RT. Very nice tractor to start with. I had to give you something nice to start with, you know, spoil you a little bit. Is that you'll probably keep, you know, that's a keeper. And then even this one, it's a very nice one. It's the 8400. It comes with a front hitch, so you can do all your front lifting equipment in there. There's some weights lying around here. The 600 series or the 6155M. This is one of my favorite tractors. It's an all-rounder, you know. It can do almost anything. I think if you take this one to the max engine size, it can go up to close to 200 or 220 horsepower, kilowatts, sorry, horsepower. I'm not too sure now. Doesn't matter. The fent, I threw a fent in there for the spraying and for the herbicide and all that kind of things with the thin wheels. I'm not a Fendt fan, nothing against Fendt, but hardly ever see Fendts used in our country. Mostly Case and John Deere, more than John Deere than Case that I've seen. There's plenty of Case around, don't get me wrong. Anyway, so yeah, there's your storage for those tractors and that. Workshop this side. And start you off with some small trailers. You can choose what you want there. Corn header this side, and then the manual with an array of equipment for usage on your animals and that. Hay storage and stacking and whatever. Nice loading wagon. And then also grass to mow the grasses and that, whatever. Even the alfalfa you can mow with that. The alfalfa on this map, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but when you mow it, it turns to grass, obviously, because you need to feed it to the animals. Otherwise, what you're going to do with it, you know? so yeah, the alfalfa goes into grass. It translates into grass, and then you've got a disc harrow or a what do you call it? Don't know the other name for a disc harrow now. Anyway, that's also a very nice one there. A Kuhn baler there, it's a square baler, and then a windrower, and then the small the 560 John Deere harvester just to get started with, and a square bale loader, obviously. I wanted to do the auto bale stacking trailer, but I thought, well, the auto loaded trailer is not very realistic, but this is more realistic, you know, so I put this one in the game. And then also obviously your crop header there for the draper, or the draper for the sow seed crops. And then this boy, yeah, one of my favorite vehicles in the game, I must say. It's the Kraz truck, and I've put this in there because it's fun and it's appropriate for the area, you know. Nice big tires and whatever. A very nice trailer there. It's the Maz trailer. So yeah, have fun with that, guys. I hope you are blessed with that. Then we get to the feed storage for all your animals. I must say I'm going to move that sign down. On my next edit it will be down lower because you can hardly read what it says there, you know? So once it's down lower it will be better. I don't know why. The sign is actually very clear if you come close to it, but when you're a bit far away it goes fuzzy like that. But anyway, this is all your feed storage for your pigs. So you can put pallets in there, you can put hay in there, you can put potato in there, silage you can put in there, pig food, grass, all your feed storage for your animals you put in there. There's your water point obviously, and the pigs are there, and the storage are there, and the chickens are right next to them. So yeah, that's basically a quick layout of the land. I think let's just quickly jump into our truck, or our pickup as the Americans say. In South Africa we just call it a bakkie. Because a bakkie, what it's called in Afrikaans, you call it a bakkie. It means holder. It's like a cup. It holds water, you know, and that's what's in the back of a pickup. It's a holder to hold things. So yeah, like I said, Afrikaans is a very awesome language to get used to and explain. It's self-explanatory, you know. All right, so we've got the cows right here, and then obviously that the cows lead off to the 4x4 trail there in the back. Very nice. And you see I've put crop destruction on. Why is it on? Why is it not working? It's supposed to be working. It's supposed to be on. Crop destruction, it's on. Okay. Maybe this bakkie doesn't destroy the crops, which would be quite interesting. Yeah, it doesn't destroy the crops. Very interesting. But if you drive with the tractor here, you can see my tractor's tracks is there. Anyways, if you drive into the field here, this is the grass field for the cows. Very appropriate. Don't know if you can hear that one. That's called a harida. I'm sure you guys know what a harida is. The real name for it, it's a harida ibis. Anyways, so here we are going down the tracks. So we're just traveling to the dam. Now this whole area here, the farm is called Nevada. There it is, Farm Nevada. And that's the area where I grew up in, you know. And I lived there and grew up there. Yeah, it's just the whole, basically the farm. This is the big dam that my dad built, and that's the small dam. So we go this way. First, let's go take a drive out to the supermarket. On our way there, this area here is the little waterfall that's fed by the big dam. I'll just quickly run here to show you. There you go, down into the valley, into a nice little creek. One of my favorite parts of the map as well. Don't know if you hear the fish eagle there. But anyway, so I'm giving away a lot of the bird sounds now. I should actually not do this. Otherwise, the guys are gonna... it's gonna be too easy to find all the animals, you know. I'm doing it for you. Oh my gosh. Anyways, up here is my grandpa's place. I've put this up here. Nice flat area. If you want to start off a farm this side, or maybe cows or sheep or whatever you want to put, pigs, or just build a nice little place here to actually work on and farm on, you know. Very nice view over the valley. Okay, so let's go on. Our next stop will be the supermarket. I've tried to make everything as realistic as possible, as it is actually in the area in Nelspruit, you know. The bushy area, and if you see that yellow hill there with the yellowish crop that's there, it's actually a crop that I've planted and I left it there to die, you know. It's portraying the long grass in Nelspruit. If anyone is from Nelspruit, you will know that we've got long grass there, which they actually used to thatch houses with. And if you ever visited the Kruger Park, you'll see that all the chalets are actually thatched with that grass from the Nelspruit area. You know, it's long grass. And this is just a little housing area here. I had to add some nice houses up here by the forestry. This is our supermarket. Okay, good stuff. Another sell point. Just make a U-turn here. I think I'm going to make a quick, let's take a quick drive up the hill here so you can see the back of this. There's a wind turbine up there and also a comms tower there. None of these were on our farm, but yeah, like I said, wishful thinking a bit, and got the valleys in the back with all the big dams and water there. So I'm going to take a shortcut down here to meet into the forest road. There is a road here in the back that goes all around through the forest. It's the forest road. It's called the Lonely Forest Road if you want. And it meets up with this one here. It goes all around. Oh, let's quickly have a look at the forest station. For the guys that wants to do forestry, man, I've planted almost 2,000 trees here. It doesn't look like it, but there's more than 2,000 trees that I've planted by hand, manually, each one of them. It's a massive job. I've looked around and I can't find something that makes planting trees easier, you know. So yeah, it takes you to take a tree, duplicate it, and place it in its spot, you know, every single one of these trees. So it is a huge job. And there's a tree levitating. Oh, you won't really notice it, but yeah, I just saw that one now. It's so easy to misplace a tree, you know, because you have to set each tree on the ground and make sure so yeah, when you do it from a little bit of a distance, you can easily misplace it like that. This is the forestry area. It's a blank area with some storage that I've put here for your liking to actually start a whole forestry station here if you're into cutting and mowing, cutting trees and logging. Ample area, and then this little road gives you enough space to actually plant your own forests, and while you're cutting those, these will grow, you know. So that's basically what this area is for. If you look on the map itself, you'll see it's right down here at the bottom, the whole forestry area, and forest 1 and forest 2, and we've just been at the supermarket now, so we came this way here, all the way here to the back. So this whole area, if you go to lands, you'll see forest 2 you can buy, forest 1 you can buy, and the forestry station you can buy. They're fairly expensive, 2 million for that one, because it's a huge piece of land, and you will make millions off what you get off that land, you know. So that's basically the idea. All right, and in this side, I'm not going to do the 4x4 route. I'm not going to drive it. I'm just going to show you it, because I've just put the video out there on my channel that you can have a look at. It's called the 4x4 video, you know. So yeah, you can look at that, where I've actually done my own challenge and tried to do the 4x4 map. So there's the 4x4 map, and then this one here is the hill climb. This is for speed race and for fun in multiplayer or whatever, where you can actually do a what do you call it, a race on we can get to the top the fastest, you know. So yeah, the idea is to start at the bottom between the poles, line your front wheels, and then yeah, just hit away full speed and see how fast you can get to the top. Now the hill is so that you can get a little bit of speed, and then if you get to the steeper part, you'll see it's going to bring you down again. So yeah, I suppose with bigger vehicles, I don't know, it's a good idea to play around with. But anyways, that was just something fun I added, you know, something nice and fun to play around with. Alright, so I'm going to take a jippo up here to the top of the hill, of the top of the four-wheel drive course. The four-wheel drive course starts there, actually there by the cows. There at the bottom is the sign. Let's quickly have a look at the sign while we're busy at it, you know. If you look at the sign there, it says stay in vehicle all the time, so you're not allowed to use this external view. You have to use this view for the 4x4 course. And then for best performance, use 17 or 10 mile an hour through rough bits, 3 or 2 mile an hour. So that's just some pointers or some what do you call it, general rules, or pointers. Probably pointers is a good explanation of it, you know. And this area here, it's basically wasted space. That's why I've tried to capture the actual surroundings of Nelspruit. It's very hilly and a lot of wasted space, you know, where people tend to enjoy nature on. And that's why I've built this, you know, area to enjoy nature on. And I'm going to show you now exactly why, because the four-wheel drive course actually ends here where this nice quail is greeting us. And like you will find out, the lizard truck is actually not the best truck to do the four-wheel drive route with. It's too long, you know. It's a double cab vehicle and it's just too long for actually driving this course. But anyway, this is the lovely view of the map that you get when you actually finish the course. Very appropriate, you know, ending for your hard work. Because believe me, it is fun doing it, you know. It is really fun. Okay, for now I'm just gonna be like a monkey and just go down here. Hope we don't crash. And take a shortcut. Okay, yeah. For starters, if you do the easy mode, you're gonna start up here, obviously, and then you can follow this little road. If you buy the sheep farm as well later on, and you just plow yourself a shortcut. The way I'm driving here now, straight through the bush. You can drive. You just plow a road for you here, and then there's a nice little gap here where you can go straight down into the sheep farm, which is nice. So you can make your own shortcut to the farm instead of driving all the way around, you know, which is going to be which obviously will take a lot of time. Good. So this is the sheep farm up here. This is called Uncle's Place, and this area here also nice and flat. If you start off with the sheep all alone, it's quite easy to just mow this grass and feed it straight to the sheep, you know. That's just something I've also seen. I'm going to do something very crazy here. I've done this a few times. Just drive down here. It is possible to do this just for the how can you say, for the sake of the video. Saving time. We're now into the area of the town. I should have actually not gone around there. Let's go back. Let's go back, because I want to take the right road and then show you guys the nice scenery, man. That is part of why we are here, is to see the nice scenery. I've put many hours into this map. It's my first ever map that I've built, you know, guys. So obviously it's not the best looking, but I can guarantee you I've really spent many hours building this map. And this is the grass I was telling you about. It's the best thing I could get to the grass there in Nelspruit. It's actually much longer than this. The grass normally sticks out a bit above your, I won't say above the vehicle, but yeah, close to the head height if you sit in the vehicle, obviously. It's a long grass, very nice long grass, thatching grass they call it in the Nelspruit area. This is a beautiful area as well, Uncle's Place. Got a nice view here when you come down, and then you get to this little waterfall. And if you buy this piece of land, like I said earlier on, if you look at the lands, if you buy this piece of land, you get this water point here. There's a water point as well where you can draw water, which is actually now sitting right here. You'll see now. That's the water there, and you can draw some water there. Right there, you can put your trailer in and get some water there. Alright, and then you've got this little waterfall there. Very nice feature. Coming down here. That's your startup fields. And obviously your BGA, lime station, and also the animal dealer and the the bale sales, the barn. It's all up down this way. If you look at your mini map, there's the barns, and there's the animal dealer. This is just a rusty wind pump. It's not a water point. But what I wanted to show you is this nice drive here through the lane of acacias or Lowveld trees, if you want. Carrying down all the way here. Let's go first straight to the dairy. The dairy is down here. Very nice big sell point. They don't only make milk here, they produce processed milk. They actually do a lot of other things. This here is just a power station. The whole farm needs to obviously get power from somewhere. And then obviously that's your sell point here, it's the dairy. Okay, so I'm gonna just go back here into the road, cutting a little bit of corners here, guys, just to save a bit of time, you know. I've built this little piece here just to sort of mimic the town, you know. It's not really such a big town. Where Nelspruit is a fairly big town. It's actually a city, it's not a town. It used to be a small town many years ago. So yeah, and now you're in town. There's a mill in town where you can, it's called the Northern Mill, where you can sell also a lot of your crops and stuff. That is a restaurant where you can go sit and eat. I'm just joking, you can't really go sit and eat. As I said, there's the ATM, here's the fuel. If you need fuel for your vehicles, you can get fuel here. And very pretty area as well. Spend some time decorating this. And then obviously our John Deere dealer. My favorite tractors, guys, John Deere. And that thing lights is on always. Quite hilarious. The normal place where you can buy and sell your vehicles. And the shop there where you can go into the store and speak to the dealer. Alright. And then obviously that's a very basic tour of the map. I'm going to take a shortcut here straight over the fields, just to give you a rough idea of the big fields. I mean, we're cruising at 110 km an hour, so yeah, it's fairly big fields. They're not very big, but if you grow your small fields into enough money to buy the bigger fields, you can actually have some nice crops, you know. And I've made all these rectangular so that you can easily farm it, you know, with the help of workers and horseplay and all those things, you know. This here is the sawmill where you can sell your wood chips and your logs. I've tested that, it works. And yeah, a small little area here, very nice. This is the waterfall from the top into this little water hole here, where you can also get free water. So if you buy this field with the full fields, like I said earlier on, you get the nice flat area here. Ooh, oh, I smashed into the it's a write-off, guys. Luckily we're in Farming Simulator. I didn't look where I was driving. I was trying to pan my camera this way to show you this nice flat area here where you can set up your whole farm if you buy this area and choose to start in a more difficult mode, you know. And then obviously you'll just go around the bend here, which is nice and close by, and come here with your little trailer and draw some nice free water here. You see I've put a nice sign up there, free water here. Yeah, I think it's appropriate to the area, you know. The Nelspruit area has got hundreds if not thousands of waterfalls and creeks and dams and rivers, you know. So typical to the area. That's why I've put this features in. I'm trying to just give you a taste of what it's like, you know, in the area. South Africa is a country of many mountains and also many flats. So if you look at the province that's called the Free State, That's a flat province. All the farming land is flat, 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 flat. So yeah, the flat area of the map really gives you a good idea of, or a good representation of that. Here we are at the spinnery where you can sell your wool and also your cotton and that. You can get that sold here. It's just a nice sell point out in the sticks, just to not have everything in one place, you know, just to have a bit of direction, and also helps you to learn the map, you know. If you have sell points in different directions, it really helps you to grow them, to get to know the map and drive around a bit and enjoy the beauty and the scenery of the map, or what I'm trying to capture here, you know, get an idea. Okay, so that's basically a whole round trip of the map. And then lastly, for fun, a nice activity that you guys can try and do is it's called Can You Make It Over the Small Dam? I'm going to show you how that works. So basically what you will do is you'll get your fastest vehicle, tractor, whatever you got that's got plenty of speed, and get to this main road and then make a U and speed up like crazy, and hopefully we can reach a very nice high speed. And you must try and clear the small dam. Here we go, let's see. Oh well, you can't say I didn't do it, eh? Oh my word. Well, there you go. I've actually done it. Well, I won't say I've done it because I've landed in the water first. So yeah, it is possible to do it. Yeah, I also created this field 12 and field 8, I think, is the two fields, like I said in the beginning. Yeah, it's field 8 and field 12 that is not rectangular, just to give the guys that want to not be bored with square fields or rectangular fields, you know, a chance of enjoying themselves as well. This map, for this fields, for instance, you can, like field 13, for instance, you can plow that into the shape of the actual land, which you can easily do by just plowing it, you know. So you can plow that, so that's not rectangular anymore. Same goes for field 15. You can plow that into the shape of the land, you know. That field there, it's part of the mill, so yeah. So there is some scope for quite a few fields that is not rectangular, if you bothered with rectangular fields, you know. So yeah, there's a lot for everyone. Well, guys, I really enjoyed showing you my map, and there is still a lot of things I need to do on it. If you play it and you find things that is not working, or things that needs to be addressed, please just drop me an email. You will find my email there on the website. Yeah, just drop me an email or a post or something there, and I will get you that, you know, sort it out. Yeah, well guys, that was really lots of fun, and thanks for watching. This is Farmer Bob, or Ian. It's my real name is Ian, so yeah, I like Farmer Bob because it's my YouTube channel name, you know. So I just post all my videos under there. I haven't been making content for a long time, but since I've made the map, I thought, yeah, let me just drop a few new things in there, you know. So yes, guys, cheers, man, from Farmer Bob, or Ian. Have a wonderful day. Bless you lots, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care.